Hello! Today we are talking about why we can't move to Wyoming now.
We can't?
No.
You just get in the car and put our stuff in there?
It doesn't work that easy.
Oh, okay.
Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put up new videos. Hello, I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime Cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. We have a new hardcover with full color pictures and over 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill. Check it out at livingonadime.com.
Well, why can't we move?
They told us we can't move.
Oh no. Who told us?
The viewers.
The viewers?
Yes.
The ones in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Because they want us to move to Pennsylvania. Just kidding.
All right, guys. So we did our Wyoming video and how we are planning on moving to Wyoming. This is not an advertisement for everyone else to move to Wyoming either.
I think it would definitely takes a certain kind of person.
It takes a hardy person to move to Wyoming. All right, here's the thing. We got many comments. Well, you'll never be able to handle the wind in Wyoming. You're never going to be able to handle the drive in Wyoming. You're never going to be able to handle the cold in Wyoming. You're never going to be able to handle, I don't know what else, the housing market in Wyoming. So we had person after person tell us, you can't move to Wyoming because we don't want to change Wyoming. We don't want people coming in here changing Wyoming.
Well, then you're going to love us.
Then you're going to love us.
Because we don't want to change Wyoming.
Because I guarantee you, exactly, we do not want to change Wyoming. We are extremely conservative, and that's exactly why we're wanting to move to Wyoming. So here's the thing. People seem to think that we're some sort of city slickers that have no idea what living out in the country is like. And let me tell you guys, we know full good and well. I lived in southeastern Colorado, and I would say Wyoming is number one, but number two on the list of windiest places in the country would be southeastern Colorado. Even above Chicago, Kansas. You guys don't even know what wind is compared to southeastern Colorado and Wyoming. So I have lived in wind, and that's exactly why we're being very specific in where we're looking.
Because there are some places that are less windy than others.
Yeah, and where we're planning to buy, because we know that it matters. So we are not planning on moving out on the prairie. We're looking more in the mountainous areas for that reason. So the other thing is, well, you guys will never be able to handle living in a small town. Let's see, how many small towns have we lived in?
Well, we lived in a town of 400 for quite a number of years.
In a town of 200.
And we're not looking in a place that's that small.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we totally have I grew up in a city of 500,000, and I thought a small town was 50,000. And then we moved to a town of 400, where the big city was...
Yeah.
How big was it? 30,000?
Barely 30,000.
The big city 70 miles away was 30,000.
Yeah.
So...
And our daughter, when she had to go to ICU, had to be flight for life 4 hours away. So we were very remote.
And we're not looking to be that remote at this point.
And here's the thing. We lived in Idaho. We totally get cold. We totally get snow. We had snow on the 4th of July in Idaho. We're okay with that. And now that we're older, I mean, yeah, it's more snow, but we'll just have to get an ATV with a snow plow and a snow blower. You know, we're going to have to make sure that we get a 4-wheel drive if we end up somewhere that has more snow than not. We totally understand that. So a lot of people think we're naive going into this. We're not as naive as we seem or we look.
Well, and we haven't been very specific about exactly where, but the thing is that certain places are very, very windy, and we understand that, and very snowy and very whiteout conditions all the time, and that's really not that's not the kind of place there that we're looking.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We have completely stopped looking in Colorado. We're not even trying to look in Colorado anymore. And we are just putting our focus in this one particular area of Wyoming. Now, it will probably take us a long time because everybody like us that lives in Colorado is like, I'm getting out of this crazy loony bin and gonna go up there and get some Sandy back in my life. I'm telling you, it was beautiful. I didn't have one person cut me off. I didn't see one person run a red light. Today, Ellie and I were coming back from Costco. My light had turned green for like 5 seconds, and a car was still running the red light. Seriously? So the traffic is what gets on my nerves more than anything.
Yeah.
So, and the housing prices up there, you get a little bit more for the money, but they really aren't a whole lot better than they are here. So we're going to look probably to be spending probably about the same amount of money as we were anticipating here. So we'll see. It might be a little bit easier to build there or harder. I don't know. That would be kind of iffy.
Well, and we're very familiar with the place that we're looking, so it's not like we're completely in the dark about that either.
Yeah, we're not completely, totally.
But when we moved to Idaho, there was no internet back then. Not really. I mean, and
no, there wasn't.
We drove. Well, I went to the library and they had just announced the internet, and there was like one picture of something in Idaho somewhere.
It wasn't like it is now.
And we went there pretty much sight unseen to a place of 400 from city-ish.
Yeah.
And that was a big shock.
Yeah, we just packed up all our stuff in Texas, put it on the back of a pickup, and...
But we really came to like that. I mean, that's smaller than I would want to do now, and we'd like to be somewhere where the kids would come visit us, or the ones that are living with us would be happy to be there.
Yeah.
And so we're being kind of careful on that. But it's not like we can't handle the other.
Yeah, and all of our kids are on board. Even our adult kids, they're like, let us know and we'll be following you up there. So everybody's ready to go. And so we're like, okay, so now we're just waiting for a house.
Well, when Tara said that, I was thinking, the people that said that must not know us very well.
They don't.
Because we're very self-sufficient, even though we currently live in the city. We really don't like the closed-in tiny subdivision with tiny lots where you can see in your neighbor's window. We're really not into that.
Yeah.
And we've never been into that. It's just that when we moved back here, there was no other alternative.
Yeah.
But we needed to move back here at that time. And so now we'd rather we're more self-sufficient. We're able to do a lot of things ourselves and repair things ourselves. And so we don't anticipate that being a problem.
Yeah. Our biggest caveat is we don't want to have to get another mortgage, but we may have to if we're going to get moved. And if we do, we're going to do it with the anticipation that we pay it off within a year or two. But we may have to if we're going to go ahead and move. So that's one of our biggest hesitations, is we don't want to go into debt. But, we're looking at cheaper places that we may be able to fix up or something like that. So anyway.
Well, it's not a life or death situation that we move this moment either. So we have time to figure out what we're doing.
So for those of you who think we can't handle it, we're a lot tougher than we look. Believe me, we really are.
That's because they haven't seen you say get it together in a while.
That's true. Guys, this is what living on a dime to grow rich looks like. Mike and I have made several trips in the last 8 weeks. How many have we made? 4 trips, I think? 4 trips? Yeah, 4 trips. We made 4 trips in 6 weeks, and every time we stayed at a hotel, I collected each of the little coffees that we ended up not using. Guys, they throw these out because they can't reuse them with COVID now, which is absolutely ridiculous. But these 1 cups of coffee, they really add up. So I save all of them, I bring them home, and then we drink them at home. This is how we are growing rich, by living on a dime.